So this recording, right? I'm going to go through with you this question. This is the one which I said I'm going to give $5 to whoever can do this right. Let's read first. You have a cube of this 2 cm length, breadth, and height. Density, you know. Okay. Let's break this sentence apart first. If you know the cube, you know this. Agree that you can actually quickly find the volume. Right? You can know the volume. That will be 2 times 2 times 2. Let's move on. What happened next was this. There was a hole that is drilled into the cube. When they tell you the hole has a volume of this, they are actually telling you how much of the material is going to be removed from your original cube. I always suggest and tell my students, draw a sketch to visually see what's going on. This is before, at the start. Maybe I share at the start. At the start, my cube was complete. Halfway through, there is this part that's removed. Understand? Let me just say removed. There's this part that's removed. Understand? But later on, what did we do? Read the question. They say that the hole, they're filling it up with another material. This is the trick. It's another material. But you can now safely say that the cube will still look like what it was before. Just that there's this part here that was filled up. Can you see how I draw this and visualize what's going on? Then from here, you do the thing step by step. Find out what you can. For example, at the start, I knew that the volume was 2 times 2 times 2. Isn't that 8 cm cube, right? And at the start, what is the material's density? 6. The density is 6 gram per cm cube. So this is where some of you made some mistake. I think you were interested to know what is the mass. To get the mass, you're going to take 6 times 8, not 6 divided by 8. So how would this mistake happen? It's either you memorize the formula wrongly, which I think is likely the case. And how can you solve this problem? You don't use the formula. You do this the traditional way and tell yourself 1 cm cube is 6 gram. Then, if you now know that there is 8, at this stage, you wouldn't say 6 divided by 8. You will know it's 6 times 8. Understand what I'm saying? You know where you go wrong now? Is it because I think it's because you didn't write this for sure. It's very long-winded. I know we tend to be a bit lazy sometimes. Did you use the formula? You attempted to use a formula, is it? That was the part where you made mistake. That's why I said last week, I said that the formula is a poisonous thing. I warned you already. Nothing wrong with using formula, just don't use it wrongly. So, I now know the mass is 48 grams. I've got all this important info. At this stage, most of you could get this correct. Okay. Now let's look at the second stage. There was some things removed, right? What is the volume removed? You know how much is removed? It's 3 cm cube. It's 3 cm cube. Understand? 3 cm cube removed. So what is your new? Or let's ask another question. If 3 cm cube is removed, what is the mass that is removed? How much mass did we remove? 1 cm cube is 6 gram. Sorry? Is it 15 gram removed? 3 cm cube. 1 cm cube is 6. So what is 3 going to be? How much do you remove? You remove 18 grams. So if you're not careful here, so you remove 18 grams, right? So let me ask, what is your new mass remaining? I started with 48. I removed 18. So what is left over now? Come on, say together, how much is left over? 30. Okay, so 30 grams. So take note of this value, 30 grams. This is what is left over. All of you can understand until this point? How many of you got all these things until here? No issues at all. Okay, so it was the next part that the two of you made some mistakes. I'm going to show you what is it now. In the last stage, what was the added volume? How much did I have to add back to make it look like a cube again? In the first place, I removed 3 cm cube. To make it back to the same shape and size, I need to add back 3 cm cube. So this is, you must add back the same volume. What is the mass going to be? This is where you make mistake. What is the density of this material that you're adding in? The density is 5 grams per cm cube. Every cm cube is 5 grams. I have 3 cm cube. So how many grams, how many mass am I adding back in? I'm adding 15. Your mistake is this. You're supposed to add the 15 back to the last remaining mass you had, which is actually 45 grams. I know why you get 63, because you added 15 to 48. Two of you were very close. You're tired, I know it's a Monday night thing, right? You're supposed to add the 15 back to the remaining they had to know that, okay, my final mass, yes, I know this is complete, but it is now actually only 45 grams. To find your new density, you will take the 45 gram divided by the volume, which is now back to normal, which is back to 8. You'll get 5.625 gram per cm cube. Can you understand what's going on? Can? Okay, I give you time. You can copy this. Okay, let me pause the recording here.